James, congratulations.
Cheers, thank you.
Hard-fought victory over the defending champion. How would you sum up your performance?
Disgraceful as I walk back to the left-hand side. I just said it earlier on to like 2 or 3 people. I practice in a club called the Sovereign Club in Farnborough, and I practice with a guy called Mark Whelan. We chalk and walk, and I don't know why it come at me. You know, it should have come at me in the 3 or 4 or 5, 10 legs before. I walked back and I was like, oh Jesus, why have you done that? And I felt like I deserved to lose after that, because I think people have watched me for 20 odd years. I don't do something like that, and when I did it, I was like, oh Jesus, why have you done that? But yeah, I won. Move forwards.
When you're playing Nathan, you can see he's in considerable pain with his arm. Is that harder for you to concentrate?
We're all in considerable pain in different ways.
Looking ahead, Ross Smith up next. Looking forward to the battle and the contest.
Yeah, because I'm due to come out of my shell.
James, thank you very much.
Thank you.
What do you think that will do for you, James, coming out
Sorry,
of your
what?
shell? What do you think that will do for you in terms of that match coming out of your shell and showing what you can do?
I hope so. If I don't do, I'll be Lobster, won't I? Be Lobster with butter. But no, I've got to play well. So you know, but you know, not every game's a flamboyant game. Not every game's like as what people believe it will be. So you know, I'm happy to move forwards and we'll see what will be.
With a big game like that, do you need that to sort of get the motivation going?
All I'm going to say is, do you not think I haven't played a big game of darts before? How many? Quite a lot. So yeah, we'll see. If I turn up, you know, Oldham's golden, isn't it? If I turn up, I'm rubbish, and I'll go home.
James.
Well, hello, Daisy Bell. How are you?
Daisy Bell.
Well, were you joining here? Look, you definitely look the oldest in here.
Thank you. I've just been called Daisy Bell. That's the first
One of the best. I was going to say he's an average writer. So I was going to say he does all right at his job.
Average writer. Listen, you've been through so much, well documented, but does that give you? You've got the sort of skin of a rhino that you can dig in, you can keep going and keep fighting, and you can come back and win this again.
Yeah. I wish all these nippers know what I've been through and what I've experienced and how hard it's been, but none of them do. You know, they're fresh, they're wet behind the ears. I've gone through more hardship than any of you lot have gone through. Pretty sure of that. And if you've realised what I've gone through, you'd be quite like. So yeah, I've been through some right hard crap, especially recently. You know, not psychologically, just physically as well. Probably been through some of the hardest stuff anyone's ever experienced in darts. You know, with mental illness and recently physical illness. You know, and I appreciate you pointing that out. I think anyone close to me, I'll tell you, I'm a scrapper and I'm a fighter, and I don't give in at what I do, and I've been really fortunate to be talented as I am, and I've done all right in life.
But
thank you.
All the stuff you've been through, that gives you perspective. This is just a game of darts, and
it's not just a game of darts, is it? That's why you said it. It's not just a game of darts.
Yeah, but you can look at it in that way, can't you?
Yeah, maybe. You know, like I say, the kids in. Sorry, I don't mean in a disrespectful way. A lot of people in this room will think that I can't get to a final, I can't win a TV tournament anymore. But I think differently.
Yeah, but you think that you can?
I mean, I lost into a final of Peter Wright probably 12 months ago, 18 months ago. You know, we'll see. You know, I think I'll win at least one more before I retire. If I've got to keep going till I'm 65, then it is what it is. Thank you.
James, on stage there you said that you've been quite lucky so far at this tournament, but given what you have been through, do you feel like you deserve a bit of a promo?
I think I've done myself injustice there by saying I'm lucky. You know, Nathan hit some special doubles at special times, you know, and realistically probably a lot of players wouldn't have hit those doubles at the right times, and if they didn't do that, I would have gone away and beyond. I always do like I always go defence on reflective of what other players have done rather than myself. So I'm going to take that back from what I said on stage, and probably shouldn't have said that, you know. As I say, I don't believe that. I don't believe that. I'm looking for it now. I don't believe that. I believe that he was fortunate he hit the doubles that he hit, and I was very unfortunate that he hit the doubles that he did at the time, because other than that, it probably would have been a little bit more straightforward than it was. So I try and work out to make sure what I say is not disrespectful towards the player I'm playing.
Just on that then, actually, because he did take out some
Yeah, he took some wonderful finishes.
8-6 on the bullseye. And you could
I
have
think-
been 5-1 up. So how do you sort of ignore all that and try and focus on not think about what the scoreline should have been, but just crack on with the game
Yeah,
and
no,
make sure-
I believe he took out probably 4 or 5 shots that I was like, and I looked at the score and I was like, Jesus, why are you where you are and how are you doing what you're doing? For me, not him, because obviously what he's doing is a personal thing. But I just looked at the scores and I believed I should have been further in front, you know, and yeah. That's why Nathan Aspinall was where he is in the world. I didn't want to listen to the wrong word is nonsense. Didn't want to listen to the whole sore arm stuff. You know, I've got. I'm not going to say what I've got. Can't catch it twice. But no, I'm not going to say what I have with my hands and my fingers and stuff, because then it'll be me playing into the hands of that. But we've all got problems and we've all got. Issues, and you know, especially when you get to my age, it's a little bit older, and I've been doing it for 20. See, everyone thinks it's 20 years, but I'm 41 now. I've been doing it for 27 years, 28 years. So I think things become a little bit worn, things become a little bit tired. Yeah, we all have our own issues and our own things to cope with them and work with, and we have to work with them, because without that, you can't continue. But I'd like to use it as an excuse sometimes. I might do. Not saying Nathan is, because Nathan genuinely is going for surgery, so I wish him all the best and a speedy recovery.
Thanks, James. Thank you.
Thank you.
James, congratulations.
Thank you.
So when you're facing someone like Nathan, who's a very animated character on stage, do you do anything to adjust your approach, or to almost prepare for the fact that if he does something big, like a biscuit or a checkout, he's going to take a bit more time?
No, I'm James Wade. You know, and in my opinion, I've won more than Nathan has. Quite a lot more than Nathan has. He's a great player, but let's be honest. If I turn up, you know, I win. And I was really lucky I turned up in the way I did, and I was very fortunate. But I'm a little bit what's the word? Frustrated that I get overlooked. And it's like I'm overcompensating for it, but I'm James Wade. You know, I'm all right myself. Not bad.
There's obviously, like you mentioned there, obviously with the Luke Littler era of darts coming in.
Phenomenal player.
Like you said, there's probably a good 60-70% of people that might be watching tonight that don't know the history of James Wade.
Perfect.
Do you have a message for those guys at all? Like, do you see a competition?
Can I
like
bore them all? I've won more than every other dart player apart from Phil Taylor and Michael Van Gerwen. There you go. That's my message. But I don't need it to be a message. You know, if the press or TV or the PDC don't want to, I'm not saying they don't want to, because that's disrespectful to everyone around me. But maybe I should be. Maybe I could have been celebrated a little bit different, but I'm not been, because I haven't done myself any favours. So, yeah, but someone like Luke's phenomenal, mate. I mean, I didn't even realise that, like, the stats. I was speaking to Rabbi Bain, and he said the first 4 tournaments he's played in, the floor tournament, the Euro tournament, UK Open, and the Premier League, he's hit 9 darters in all of them. Do I believe it will continue? I'm not sure, and I agree with Glenn Durran. Is it Durran? So it sounds like disrespectful to him. I'm not quite sure how to pronounce his name, because I'm not interested enough in anyone else other than myself. but he said it'll be either domination for 2 years or 10 years. I'm not sure which one it'll be, and I do actually agree with that. You know, let's be honest, Luke's probably earned more money than most dart players, if not all dart players, in a year of his existence. So he doesn't need to play darts now. I don't think, if he's careful with money and sensible with money. So yeah. I mean, will the magic continue? I hope so, because darts needs someone like him. He's influential and financially viable and a great pull. But I'm interested in seeing what he's doing. You know, he will have a downturn, and that's 100% it will happen. But what I want to see is, rather than the UK get on his back and, you know, give him a bit of a hard time, including other dart players, is support him a little bit, you know, because he will have a downturn and he will struggle and he will find things hard. And then we'll see what he's really about. But I mean, for what he's done for the game so far, you know, people like me can only be indebted to someone like him, because I don't think he even realises what he's doing, if I'm honest with you. He's phenomenal. Yeah, but he will have a downturn in time, and that's when we'll see what he's really about. And we haven't seen that yet. And I hope everyone gets behind him a little bit and doesn't slate him when that does happen, because it will happen. And yeah.
Last one from Anthony.
This game between yourself and Nathan Aspinall, it was a game between two real scrappers, known for their never say die attitudes, and the experience that you've brought into the game, obviously with all the titles that you've won. Do you think that's just now put you instead for, as we said, and you alluded to in your previous interviews, that you said sometimes you don't get the rub of the green. Do you think now you're getting some of that rub and you want to obviously continue that rub?
I think you have to earn the rub of the green, and I haven't earned it. As much as I want to harp on about it and play the self-pity, which I'm great at doing. But then again, I guess I have been unlucky. I think I've been quite unlucky in my career throughout, but I've also been really lucky in my career throughout. So,
Some amazing moments.
yeah. There's a lot of dart players that think they're good that would like to be as unlucky as I've been. So yeah, no, I don't think that I'm, by any stretch and means of the imagination, I don't think I'm done yet. In fact, I come here this week and thinking everyone's going to think that I might get a game if I'm lucky, I might do this, I might do that. I've come here expecting what I'm expecting. And all the press and the bookies and all of yourselves will be looking at certain players to do this and do that. If you think I've come here thinking anything other than I think I can win it, then, you know, I might go out next round and lose whatever it's first to. I don't know. I don't even look that 16. Far. Yeah, I might lose 16-0. But don't think I've come here thinking that it's not a viable option or a viable route for me to win a tournament like this. And I still think I can. If I didn't think I could, I'd have a different outlook on it all. I still believe that I will. Yeah, I will do what I will do. Not this tournament, perhaps. Not 2-3 tournaments down the road. But if you think that I'm not a danger, then that's a great thing for me. That's a great thing for me. And I hope you celebrate the newer players and the younger players and blow lots of smoke up their backsides.